Alright guys, how's it going? Now before I get into this video, I just want to let you know I'll be live on here today at 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock UK time. I'm also updating my other 3 YouTube channels on here today. The links are in the video description. Duncan Oldham, Galazo Espana and Met United TV. All of those channels should be updated at some point today. The links are in the video description. So we're going to be keeping an eye on Trent Alexander-Arnold and how his career progresses now he's left Liverpool Football Club. And if you don't want to know about Trent because he's no longer a Liverpool player, the clue is in the title of the video, right? So you don't need to come and tell us that you're not interested. Also, this feature is going to be called Traitor Trent because that's what people that follow my channel and have followed my channel for years want it to be called. I wanted to call it Trent Watch, but they overruled me, right? So if you've got a problem with that name, Traitor Trent or whatever, take it up in the comments section with everyone else, not me. So, talking of Trent Alexander-Arnold, today he's unveiled as a Real Madrid player. That's happening at around 11:30 a.m. I think UK time. So you're going to see a lot of his quotes crop up on social media today, I suspect, and the Twitter twats will want to highlight the ones that are a bit mischievous, you know, that make it sound like he's putting Liverpool down or something like that, maybe, if they can spin it in a particular way. Whereas tomorrow, I'm not going to touch them today. Tomorrow, I'm going to look at what all the Spanish football dailies have to say about it, and I will give you a fair assessment of what he said about joining Real Madrid and what he said about Liverpool, etc., etc. One thing I want to make clear is that when we do Traitor Trent coverage from this point forward, is I'm not here to put him down, right? So if he gets slaughtered by them, I'm going to tell you he's been slaughtered by them. If he's been praised by them, equally I'm going to tell you, right? And I'm going to watch every Real Madrid game that I can that he's involved with and report to you and tell you, you know, how he did, etc., etc. So anyway, in today's papers, there was 3 articles about him. One was titled "The Criticism of Trent Isn't Fair." That was like a quote. That was in Marca, which is the pro-Real Madrid publication. And it says, few people know Alexander-Arnold like the assistant who worked alongside Klopp at Liverpool for 5 years. He's confident Trent will adapt very quickly. This is Vitor Matos. Is that how you pronounce his name? You know what I'm like with names. He said, Klopp's right-hand man analyses the full-back. And all I'm going to do is read you his quotes rather than all the guff around the article. I don't know exactly what style Madrid will play, but I can say that Trent, with the quality, as Rafa Benitez would say, quality, for sure, he can adapt to different systems. He understands the game extremely well, which allows you to build various dynamics with the ball around him. He can play inside, out wide, drop deeper, or stay higher up the pitch. He knows how to manage the tempo of a game. He gives you pause, and he brings balance when he tucks inside from the right. On top of that, he knew how to release Salah with 80-metre passes. He has extraordinary qualities that set him apart from the rest, especially in his position. He's a right back, but no one else in that role has his range of passing, short or long. And then he went on to defend him for the criticism he's received over his defensive performances and said, in the world we live in today, anything can go viral and become a trend, and that's kind of what happened with Trent. He's had matches where he's been brilliant defensively. He goes on to say people need to understand the amount of space he has to defend. He has Salah in front of him, and to keep Salah fresh, you have to free him up. That puts a huge workload on the fullback. I really don't think the criticism is fair. You need to assess his level over full matches, not just focus on isolated moments. And he added or concluded, he has an incredible personality. He's very Scouser in terms of mentality. He's super competitive and always wants to win. Honestly, he's a top guy. All right, so praise there in defense for Trent, published in Marca, the pro-Real Madrid newspaper, or one of them. Flipping over to Sport now, which is the pro-Barcelona newspaper, they say Alexander-Arnold sidelined over defensive concerns. After picking up an injury at the end of the season with Liverpool and being booed for his move to Real Madrid, Trent Alexander-Arnold has become a marginal figure for the England national team. During this international break, he only played 27 minutes coming on against Andorra. Talks about the England manager not being a big fan of Real Madrid's new signing. In fact, at the end of May, he publicly criticised Trent's defensive abilities and questioned whether he could remain important for the Three Lions. And they quote the England manager as saying, I've noticed that he often relies too much on his offensive contributions and doesn't place enough emphasis on defensive discipline and effort. He's had a huge impact at Liverpool for many years, but if he wants to have the same influence with the national team, he'll need to take the defensive side of his game much more seriously. In England, then it goes back to the article. It says in England there's a clear overload of right-back options. Reece James, Kyle Walker, Tino Livramento, Ben White, increasing the pressure on the former Liverpool man to improve defensively. And the final article, this was in Mundo Deportivo, which is the other pro-Barcelona newspaper, if you like. Alexander Arnold steps into the spotlight at Valdebebas, that is basically Real Madrid HQ, and says the Englishman will be presented today at 12:30 p.m, that's local time, as a Real Madrid player. He will train tomorrow with his new teammates. Friday is when Madrid's international players are scheduled to return to Valdebebas for training. It will only be a single session as the squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, squad, for sure. As the squad flies to the United States on Saturday, the 14th of June. Their destination is Miami, where they will be based for the Club World Cup, with Alonso's side set to debut on the 18th of June against Saudi side Al Hilal, 9 p.m. local time. Okay, so that's it. That, my friends, is the coverage of what the Spanish media have to say about Trent Alexander-Arnold. And then he called him Traitor Trent. All right, so it's just a bit of fun, guys. You know what I mean? Someone was whinging about it yesterday, I think, but for fuck's sake, man. It's just a bit of banter, innit? That's it. All right, I'm not really interested, to be honest with you, but I am interested to see how he fares over there. I have thought about doing the Trent coverage on my Golazo España channel, which is all about Spanish football, but then it would be focusing on one player on that channel, and that wouldn't be right, would it? So it will stay on here for people that are remotely interested in how he does. Some of you will want him to succeed, some of you will want him to flop. I'm not really, don't really have an opinion on it, to be honest with you. My job or my intentions is, yeah, we've got a cheeky name for the coverage of it, but I will be completely fair with it, and if he's good, I'll tell you, if he's shit, I'll tell you. Not my opinions, their opinions. Because I think it might come under a bit of stick, just saying. Anyway, I'll leave it with you. If you appreciate the video or like the video, please thumbs up the video. If you're going to cry about the name of the video, whatever, thumbs down the video if it makes you feel better. It doesn't make any difference, by the way. It's one view, one engagement. I never knew that until recently. You can drop me a comment. You're wasting your time if you're going to moan about the title. And if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, you know the drill. There's a love heart under the video. And anyone that does that, I always give a shout out to them in my morning briefings the next morning on my other channel. All right, guys. Oh, I'm having two tattoos removed at the moment. Laser treatment. One on that arm, one on that arm. It's an old Liverpool tattoo there. Look, it's fucking nightmare. It's a bit itchy. All right, guys, I'll leave it with you. Don't forget, live on here at 1 and 7 today, UK time. Cheers.